Hello guys and girls and welcome back to Shadow Gaming, and today we're playing some more of our city Skylines. Now, we have had a bit of a technical issue where it didn't save what we did last time. So what I've done is I've quickly built another sort of sandy shores sort of residential area. We've got rid of the toll roads because they weren't doing too much for us and they're not too important. Now what we have also probably lost is our bus service, but that doesn't matter because it wasn't making much in the way of money. One, because we turned the policy on for free public transport, and two, because, well, buses are quite difficult to get a profit from. Oh, I think that was a little bit too long. Back in one moment, back again. Right, so what we have also lost is the ability to put high density stuff in, but that's not too big of an issue at the moment. What is, however, is we've also lost our incineration plants. Not too bad because we're not exactly far off for them anyway. So what have we got in the way of transport? We have only got bus shelters at the minute. So all we're going to do at the moment is try extending our city as far as we can, getting as much residential and everything as quickly as possible to try and build our population up. There we are. So as the shops are going up, the houses over here should start to roll in as well. We put a hospital and a fire station down over here. I do believe we had those over here beforehand. People do seem to be using the road properly, which is good. Budget's still 11% for taxes. Recycling is on. We'll turn that on. We're also going to turn on recreational use. Now that will slightly increase our crime rate, but it should improve the tourist rate by quite a amount as well, which is excellent. Got some nice happy houses around here. The levels seem to be okay. Some of them are upgrading already. Right, they are struggling for workers over here. Also what we did in the last episode was get rid of this district because we just weren't getting any more ore. Now we do still have our coal power plant. That will be going at some point soon. What we're going to do actually is we're going to stop any industrial from going there, and we'll use this as the bin storage. And when I mean bin storage, I mean the incineration plants we'll put along this road. We're going to struggle putting them on this side, that's the only trouble. Oh well, we'll extend it around there, so if we ditch those roads. Ooh, look at that, we're at 100% CPU usage. City Skylines is using hardly any of it. Right, so we still got some very forgotten the word, happy people over here. They've upgraded their houses to a nice level. How are we doing on education at the moment? University we could do with. We can't yet afford to get one, not just because of money, but because we haven't got the population statistics too. How's our crime rate doing? Crime rate still at 5%, which is good. Keeping that crime rate down. We do appear to be struggling with industrial at the moment. We don't appear to have enough. So if we do that, that, and that. Get some water and sewage there. We'll fill up the centre of that with industrial. So it appears to be going well. Water and sewage are about to run out, so what we'll do is we will plonk you there, and you there. That gives us that extra headway in terms of water and sewage. Electricity, we're borderline at the moment. But if we do start to get industrial, we are going to need some more electricity. So what we're going to do is we're going to chuck some more of these advanced turbines down, as these are brilliant things to use. Chuck you there. Now, we do have quite a bit of traffic build up here. So what we're going to do is going to get rid of this. And we are going to take this road down here and round like that. And hopefully doing that should free that up. What we're also going to do is we're going to come off of here like so. Right, doing that. Has not made much of a difference. So if we pull that like so, get rid of that. And what we're going to do is, I do believe we did this last time as well, but I'm not entirely certain. We're going to do a small road coming off of there, going under the ground. Up like so, and hopefully people use that, and it should hopefully relieve the traffic on this junction, because people should start using that, which they are. That is excellent. People are using that. As you can see, that is actually easing our congestion. Our traffic flow is going up, which is good. Now, we had this issue last time with this bit of road. People just don't want to use it properly. How did we sort that? I'm trying to remember now. It would probably help if we turn off these traffic lights. That should free that up a bit better. Which it has. There's hardly anything there at the moment. And our traffic flow's gone up even more, which is good. I don't want to have to build another one of these, but for the time being it looks like we're going to have to, because people are moaning about their rubbish. So put that down there, and they're moaning about rubbish over here. They still have room for people to move in, which is good. Roundabout isn't congested at all, nor's this road. Motorway, I mean, sorry. Or highway, as the game will say it. Police station car just piled up. Put some more of that there. Pollution. Right. So we do have a bit of pollution come round into the water by the higher end residential, which isn't good. That's really not good. But on the plus side, we have 0% drinking water pollution, which is good. Unemployment is only at 4%, which is excellent. Unemployment is really down. That's very good. People are generally happy. 71% happiness on residentials. Not too much we can do to improve that, apart from giving them maybe their university that they so desperately want, which is coming up for us being able to get it. And people are still building houses. What was that? Health. Average health 69%. We can do better than that. How about death care? 22 deceased. That's not too bad. 6 citizens are sick. Where's it gone? Which one was it? That one. 36 births per week and 38 deaths per week. That's not good. It means more people are dying than are being born. So that's full. That's 30%. That's 7%. We're just waiting for that 7k tick over now. Once that 7k is here, we can build our incineration plants, which means we can start emptying our landfills. There we are. 2, 3. 3 of them. Now, you can't just get rid of the landfills. You can't just delete them, otherwise it would be too easy. You actually have to empty them before you can delete them. So that is exactly what we're doing here, is we are emptying our landfill. What we're going to do is, if we have enough... Oh, shizer. Some of the mechanics on this game annoy me, because I'm clearly looking at the underground view, and for some reason it still upgrades the ones on the surface. So that was that and that. There we are. Hopefully those properties should build themselves back again. Let's turn off that traffic light, that's not needed. Right. So they're screaming out for more industrial now. So we'll give them one more row of industrial there. Right, in public transport, what have we now unlocked? We have unlocked the metro. Now this is probably the best way of transporting public transport there is. So we'll put one outside the schools. We'll put one here by the shops. Put one there. And we'll put two over here when we have enough, because these are quite expensive. But the idea of the metro is that it is certainly mass transport, but obviously as it's underground, you don't see it, it's just so much better. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to take out a 60,000 loan. We don't need to, we could just wait, but I am being a bit impatient today. Join you there, you there, and what we'll do, as I said, is put one metro station at either side. Of that part of the city. So as we are now waiting for a bit of money, I do seem to think that you do earn a bit more money off the metro system than you do, say, the buses. Airports are a good one. I've never actually used the ferries. I think I may have used the trains once, but I weren't too sure about how they worked, so I just sort of left it. So if we go from there to there to there, back to there, then if we go from here to the schools, back to there, then if we go again from here to the shops, to the industrial, and all the way back. Now there are quite a few lines in place now. However, it will hopefully make us a little bit of money. As you can see, there is 0 passengers this week. Oh, look, 179 straight away. So that has shot up. If we go into our... There we are, 2,555 expenses, but we're also getting £1,000 of that back. So as much as we're not making money on it, we are still losing money on it. It does mean that less people will be using the roads, which will reduce the amount of traffic, and it just makes it easier to have some form of public transport in place. Now, what we're going to do over here is we're going to have a small amount of high density housing. Or actually, no, I tell you what we will do is we have just unlocked the offices. So what we will put in place is damn, done that the wrong way, haven't I? Right, so they're not in the most even of spaces. However, sometimes building underground roads is just a pain in the ass. That's not too too steep. Come on. There we are. Right, so that's done that. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to pull that one there. We're going to put one way this. Like so. There we are. And what we are going to put in is a unique building. Put a tax office. That's not very... What's this? Science Centre. High interest tower. An expo centre. 100,000 for an expo centre. What are these? Right, but what we do need now is we need one of them there, and we'll join that to there. Now if we open up our lines, we can inspect which line's being used the most. So line 3 is being used the most. That has 4 stops. So what we're going to do is, if we hide them, so we can only see that one. I'm sure there was a way that you could edit these. So what we've done there is we've actually moved the stop from here. And we have now added a stop there as well. So what we need to do now is supply here with water. Connect it to the mains. There we are. Now I don't see why there's a car over here. And apparently 61 people have used this, even though there's nothing here yet. What we're going to do is we are going to load this up with offices. Like so. They can have a small fire station, small police station, and a health centre. Just small ones, because obviously it's not a large area, as much as it may sort of come to rise that people may fall ill. They're not far away. As much as it didn't cover the area, that shouldn't matter, as there shouldn't be too many deaths, crimes or anything in this small sized area. So as you can see, we're now getting income from offices as well. Taxes, offices, yeah, 11%, as I put everything on 11%. Can close all them. Right, how are we doing on public transport? 848 at night isn't too bad. That's pretty good. 906, 878, 758. So let's just say hovering around 800. And expenses obviously 2,700. So we're still making around 7,000, whatever the currency is, per week. So now we got our original sort of residential and commercial area. We got our high-end residential over here, got the offices up here, and we got our industrial down here. Now these two have finished, so what we can do is we can demolish those. So obviously that gets rid of the weekly maintenance costs of them. That's halfway done. As you can see, these also produce power, which I do believe I mentioned in the last episode anyway. I think what we're going to do with this is we're actually going to disconnect that from the road, and we are going to join it up over here. Now that shouldn't cause too many issues. They should just sort of filter in. Oh no, no, bad idea. That is really clogging that up. No. So if we go underground, pull it all the way over to here, and join it up there. That should work better. No? Still struggling? What are you struggling with? I don't understand. What if I give you a bigger section there? Does that make that run better? No. I've got another idea. What if we just join this up to the motorway? Dunno. Don't think that would work very well. The trouble is, these are just clogging up the road. Okay then. We will join this road to there. No, get rid of that. That looks bloody awful. There we are. So what should happen here is, because that is a two-way road, if they do need to come up here, they should sort of do a weird turn and come back up. We will turn off that traffic light. So, I do believe that has lightened that traffic up a bit, which is good. That does seem to be flowing a lot better than any other way we've tried, so we will leave it at that for now. What we're also going to do is we're going to take these roads back down to what they were originally, because it just looks out of place otherwise. So we have demand for some more residential. So what we are going to do is we will buy this square, or this one. Could do that one. No, let's do this one. Right, what we're going to do here is we're going to put in a normal sort of tee-off junction, like so. Join it up again like so. And we are going to come off with a one-way road. I feel like that runs in a bit. That is the closest we're going to get, so we'll go with that. Oh, bollocks. Okay, it's... Right. Now what we're going to do is, off of here, we are going to have some roads like that. Just get water to these. And what we're going to have over here is high density residential. Hopefully people will start to move in there. Yep, we've already got a couple of people moving in. What we're going to have over here is we are going to have larger facilities, just because of the sheer size of the buildings. I'm not sure if that is a mechanic in the game where it would matter, but for the sake of having it, let's do one more, shall we? Like so. There we are, small city. We've got our hydro plant, train station, cargo, train terminal. All looking good. So, we still have enough water. We will bump up the... Oh no, shit. High density residential there, please. Not low density. Right, now what we're going to do, we are going to make quite a few people unhappy with our thing here. We are going to actually get rid of all of them and replace them with high density commercial. It may not make them happy, but it, again, segregates the commercial from the industrial from the residential, so you can make more on public transport, which, as you can see, is still around 800 at night. It is the higher 800s, 900, over 1,000. So our metros are working a treat. I have lost where I put the one in here. I did put one somewhere over here. As you can see, 174 passengers used that one last week. 106 used that one, and I expect this one to be higher. 11. I expected that to be a bit bigger. 145. So we do have quite a fair few passengers using our public transport. We've got 577 per week. Again, we've only got 3 tourists per week, but that's by the by, that is. Got 235 passengers on the main green line, the one with the 5 stops, which goes to the office areas, over to here, then over to there. What is that? What are you whinging about? Not enough customers. We're working on that. Right, going by what our demand is saying, we don't have enough industrial. What I'm actually going to do here is join the 2 industrial areas by a sort of back road. We can actually now get rid of that, which frees up a bit more money. I would like to get rid of the coal power plant, but we can afford to, actually. Let's get rid of that. Lowers population, lowers our carbon footprint, does nicely. Still quite a way off getting that, shame. $213 passengers a week. That is a good number. Making a fair amount of money off of our public transport. When I say making, I mean the deficit isn't as much as I was expecting, which is good. Got 551 passengers per week, which joins things up nicely. So what we're actually going to do is we will stick in a line from over in our high density to our industrial. That way, if they want to get anywhere else, they will have to... let's make that one sort of goldy colour. So people are using it, by the looks of it. Well, there is the animation of people using it. I don't know if we're just waiting for these statistics to update, or if it still doesn't think there are anyone using it, because quite a lot of people are walking in today. 150. Very good. So now if we go onto our public transport, still 561 according to this. But I will expect that will change sometime soon. Especially as our income from it has shot up. Now, here comes the issue of rubbish again. So if we put down going to put down 3 more of them. You can never have too many incineration plants on this game. Never. Because the rubbish just keeps coming and coming. Right, so garbage production per week, 168,000 units. And we are able to process 360,000. The only trouble with this is the distance. Because obviously these vans have to go down the motorway all the way over to the high density and then back again. As you can see, they are doing it, but we have to have the capability, because the way they're set up is they go to the closest place first, and once they're full they take it back to the incineration plant, and then they go further back again, further back again. So we need to have the amount of trucks to collect the rubbish and then to still make it to the further away places, if that makes sense. As much as we have the capacity, we need the distance. Right, they're moaning because there's not enough customers. And we are actually in trouble. What we're gonna do is go straight across there, join that to that. No. That doesn't matter, we can leave that bit like so, because they can only go down there anyway. Oh, but it's going to bug me. Okay, let's get rid of that and try to... delete that back further. That then... No? Slope too steep? What are you on about? Right, I've never really used this before. Is that making it go deeper? Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower this bit of land. So I've never really used this tool, so don't judge me if this doesn't work. Slope too steep. Okay. Wrong one. That's the one I was after. So if we raise that back up again. Surely it can scale that. Surely. How is it too steep? So it worked like that. Oh well. Is what it is. Right. Right, I will tell you now, the only trouble with... Oh, you... The only trouble with high-end high-density residential, sorry, is that it is a pain in the arse for traffic. Obviously, because the sheer amount of people, the amount of traffic that it builds up is crazy. So I expect these houses to go up very quickly. Here we go. There they start. Right. What we will put in now is, if we go back to our public transport, we're going to start another line from here over to where the schools are and then back again. This is going to be quite important because we want to let's have it as sort of pinky purple hue. We want to have a direct line from our high density to the schools, and what we're also going to do now is actually build them a university, which we're going to plop there. Right, they're complaining about power. We are low on power now. Right, 3 more of them, that should keep us afloat for a while. Ooh, this is a long episode. How are we doing traffic-wise? Where is our most traffic? This point here. We can easily sort that. Turn off the traffic light. That should free that up. We are going to turn off all the traffic lights here. As I said, high density, bugger for traffic. As you can see, the traffic's already building up towards the motorway, so we can't make this much bigger. That's going to have to stay as it is. Otherwise, we're going to have to start turning on free public transport to try and reduce the amount of traffic, sorry. Right, let's have a quick look over our statistics before we end the episode. So, electricity, we're doing well. Water, we're borderline at the moment. We're still making enough. Garbage, tip top. Education, elementary is a bit low, so is high school, but university right at the top. We've now got 2 highly educated, 29 well, 23 educated, and 46 uneducated. Sorry about that. And public library, not many users. But, I mean, are you really that surprised? Happiness as well. Offices are very happy. So are industrial. They're obviously getting enough workers and enough people are buying their products. We do actually have a fairly small industrial area for the size of our city at the minute, going all the way around here. Healthcare, doing well. 5 sit-ins as a sick. Deaf care as well, 36% used, but when we can get a crematorium, we'll get one of those up and running as well. Traffic, 92%. Still not bad for the size of the area. What we're going to do is, because I've seen quite a few deaf signs over here, we're going to put in a cemetery, because there are quite a few dead people over there. Pollution. Again, water pollution is quite bad. Just due to the sheer size of the city now, it is quite bad. We're, again, about 3,000 off of getting our water treatment plant, which will slowly eradicate the issue of the amount of pollution that's going around that. Noise pollution. Again, the residentials are okay. Fire. Now, we do have a bit of an issue with fire over at the industrial end, but we will put that there. Hopefully that small station should be enough just for there. Crime rate 7%, so it's still not shot up since we turned on the recreational use. Transport, we've got 950 per week using it. Unemployment is at 3%, so it's even lower than when we started, which is excellent. Got some high value land over here due to the schools, uni, and public transport, and I think there is a park around there somewhere as well. We still have a fair amount of ore over here, but I think what we will eventually get into is, if we can get onto this island, we will set up like a small forestry sort of industrial area. I think that would be quite cool, just on its own on an island. I think that would be quite cool. Unique buildings, we haven't really got any at the minute. Parks and plazas, we've got quite a few, but all of which are over here. We do have a public library. Not many people use it, agreeably. Tourist city attractiveness is only 7%, but we haven't done anything in the way of tourists at the moment. And nothing is really attractive. The main area the tourists are probably the drugstores and the library and the occasional park. So overall, it's our city's doing fairly well. We are screaming out for more residential now, even more. I'm struggling to think where to put it. Don't really want to do this, but what we'll do is we'll try putting some high density like so, just on the edge, without covering up this centre piece, providing they all have water, which they do. That should hopefully just take the demand for housing down a little bit, get our population up, which it has. We're almost at 13,000 now. But I think that'll do for this episode, because this episode has been a fairly long one. Anything you want me to cover, don't forget to comment it down below, and I will do my best to cover it in the next episode. What else? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because I am aiming to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can be monetized. Can't think of anything else. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit that notification bell to see whenever I put up new videos or any other things. If you want to see some more Tekkit tutorials, if you've not watched my previous ones, go and have a little watch of them. They're not, some of them are quite short, one or two of them are quite long, but they're fairly informative about, if you ever play Tekkit, about how everything's set up and how you can use it to your advantage in a multiplayer world and a single player world. No, I think that's it. Yep, again, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed it, dislike it if you disliked it, don't forget to comment in the comment box below what you want to see, if you want to see more City Skylines, what you want to see on City Skylines, or if you want to see other genres of games or anything, just let me know. Right, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.